We're going to talk about value proposition and pricing together because they are closely related. The perceived value of your product or service goes hand in hand with what customers consider to be a good price for what they are getting in return. We will start with the value proposition, then tie that together with how it translates to your pricing model or considerations. Your value proposition defines what your target customers will find attractive about your product or service. The best approach is to structure your value proposition according to three legs of occupation. That is, what are the three key things a customer should think of when they think about your product or service? There may have been a few other key themes that came out of your customer definition journey of discovery, but think about those three or less things that would really matter to your target market, those things that will drive purchasing decisions and scream value to your target customers. It doesn't have to be three legs, it could be two or even one. The point here is to keep it at a maximum of three, otherwise your message starts to get confused and differentiation with other similar products or services, or even your direct competitors, becomes difficult. In some instances, value proposition is obvious, particularly if the market you are addressing has bespoke characteristics that have made it impossible for mainstream products and services to be attractive at a price agreeable to that market, particularly considering sustainability in terms of cost of sales versus profitability. In some cases, it may not be so obvious, especially if your business is purely based on following a passion or trying to monetize a skill that produces products and services that are already widely available. In this case, you will have to apply some serious thought to what's going to set your product apart and what potential customer needs exist that are not already being met on the market by available products and services. It may mean that your value proposition is either product driven, that is, your product is better in terms of quality, or experience driven, that is, the experience around consuming your product is different or better. It may very well mean that the efficiency with which you produce your goods and services results in tangible value to the customer, be it price, variety, or customer experience. Now we move on to pricing. There are many pricing approaches out there, but for this tutorial, we've chosen the pricing metrics. The metrics details four pricing strategies, namely economy, skimming, penetration, and premium. We'll start with premium pricing. This kind of pricing is typically used for luxury goods where the high price is meant to project premium quality and high value of the given product or service. The rendering of products and services in this category is characterized by bells and whistles. Think of a salon offering free bottomless champagne and fresh shellfish finger bites along with their standard haircut that has a price tag equaling a New York apartment monthly rental. Next, penetration pricing. This kind of pricing is typically used for the promotion of new products and services in the market. It can be used to get customers to switch brands because the price is just too irresistible, or to incentivize consumers to engage with a new product or service for brand awareness or for product education purposes. Once loyalty or brand awareness is achieved, the price is gradually increased to market averages or higher, depending on perceived value by the now loyal customer or aware consumer. We move on to price skimming. This strategy mainly deals with responding to varying demand. Prices are high when there's high demand and low supply, then come down when supply increases. For example, prices of TVs based on technologies HD or 4K would be very high when this technology is still new. As the technology develops, parts and electronics start becoming widely available, cost of production goes down, and the new entrants come into the market, then prices start to fall. Lastly, we deal with economy. This type of pricing is typically used for low production cost, mass market goods and services. High volumes are required to reach profitability since margins are very, very low. Now, if we refer back to our gaming example, we can think about how to approach our pricing. In this example, we've decided to go with a combination of economy and penetration. The idea is to use economy pricing to drive bite-sized consumption during periods when consumers have money to spend, and to use penetration pricing to drive subscription consumption for those high-usage customers. Now, referring back to our value proposition example, ease of access could mean a few things. An example is the offering of bundled options that allow the user to get free data bundles with a subscription. If one places this approach in economy pricing, that could mean old gaming content that is no longer popular on the market, but will be a new experience for the user because the game used to be premium content the customer previously could not afford. This type of strategy is popular with video content, where free-to-air channels buy late window content, that is content 4 years or older, from pay TV operators or premium streaming platforms that was once high-value premium content, and use it to drive advertising revenue. Remember, different market segments behave differently. The premium market wants fresh, high-quality content and are willing to pay to access it for long periods of time, whereas at the bottom of the pyramid, characteristics include bite-sized consumption, where lower picture quality is not a deal breaker, especially if the price is affordable and there's discernible value that speaks directly to the customer's needs. That's it for value proposition and pricing, but don't run off yet, we still have one more lesson to go.